G'day, it's Gus and MG back. We've been away for a couple of weeks on holiday on Triple M on the Grill team, but we are back now, big fella. And there's plenty of questions from the readers to go through. So let's start the ball rolling with Jason Lockwood. Jason says, what have the Roosters changed from last year to improve so much? Was it sacking Brian Smith or buying the right players?
Both, I think.
Combo.
Yeah, I think so. I think Brian Smith wasn't compatible with the type of game that the players that Roosters wanted to play. And, you know, look at the players they've bought. So, Sonny Bill Williams, Maloney, Jennings, arguably the three best buys of the year. So they've acquired some unbelievable players, but also Hargraves is probably playing his best year he's ever played.
And what about Robson, the new coach?
Robinson is probably the best buy of the lot. Because he's kept a level head with the team, and he seems to be doing things without much fanfare.
Okie dokie. What about Billy Viegel, if I pronounce that correctly? What should the Dragons do about their coach, Stephen Price, of course, coming off the back of a big loss, a heavy loss, without scoring a point at Cogra?
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? He copped a bit earlier in the year when they weren't going that well, and then they re-signed him on the day of the Anzac game against the Roosters for a couple of years, I think.
Another 1 year.
Another 1 year. Look, I think, and now last weekend he had his best player, Mitch Rain, off the field for 40 minutes. I don't get it. It's obvious that Steve Price needs some help because he's got some players there who are pretty good. You know, Waymans and the Craig.
They could end up being bottom of the table.
They could get the wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Which they don't deserve. But lucky they bought Dugan through the year. But I think he's got to listen to some more outside influences, Steve Price. He seems to be straight down the line, his way or the highway. He's
going to live and die by his sword.
I think I might, you know, even if I'm wrong there, I think he's got to, to me, it looks like he's got to ask more questions of people who have been there before him.
Okay. Jason Burton says, given the big crowd in Perth, you know, tremendous crowd
last Sunday night.
Yeah, exactly. The South versus the Warriors. Should we fast track the Pirates, the Perth Pirates, into the NRL?
Oh, well, I'm biased here. I played for the Western Reds for 3 years, and I think it's tailor-made for an NRL team. Who goes there? Do we cut a Sydney team? Do we bring in a mandate where you've got to adhere to? If you don't reach them certain KPIs, you're out of the comp for the Western Reds or the Western Pirates. I do know this, that they will be in the competition one day soon. They will be the first team included because of the Rugby League connection over there, but more so they're perfectly suited to a time frame.
Yeah.
They're 3 hours behind over here, which makes the second game on a Friday night over there perfect, or it makes a 12 o'clock game over there, which is 3 o'clock here, perfect. So TV-wise, they're a perfect pitch, and they will be in the competition.
Okie dokie. And the last question, Liam Ryan, if the Blues were to lose Game 3 of the Origin Series, what do you think will happen to this particular team? So many blokes that have been there now for a certain amount of years. Do you go, you know what? You go and we start completely fresh, or will it just be like Mitchell Pearce came out and said that this will probably be his last Origin if we don't win? Reynolds will come in. Do you do that with a whole heap of positions?
You blow it up. You blow this team up.
But they're playing against such a good Queensland team.
Yeah, no, there's so much collateral damage has been done. There's been blokes
in the head as much as anything else.
There's blokes in this team now who've been some 5-6 series have been on the back of end of a victory, a loss. You've got to get kids in there who are fresh. You know, get your Fafittas to play. You got put
Adam
Reynolds in there, Suttons. Blokes who are unaffected by the recent dramas.
Boyd Cordners.
Exactly. It's not as if we haven't got the depth. We have. But that's if we lose. Let's be positive, hey? If we win, well, then we just nip and tuck a bit. But I think we'll win. I think we're going to beat the Queenslanders and end the 7-year itch.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?